Welcome to the Daily. I am Vince Miller right here. We just study the Bible a few verses at a time as we make our way through the entire Bible in what we are calling Project 23, a project that will take us 23 years. Today, I want to give a shout out to Dean Eklund from Wichita, Kansas. Dean, thank you to you and your family for partnering with us financially in Project 23. You are helping others put the cross before the crown. So this is for you today. Mark chapter 8, verses 31 through 33. And he, Jesus, began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And he said this plainly. And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. But turning and seeing his disciples, he rebuked Peter and said, "Get behind me, Satan, for you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man." Now, Peter had just confessed Jesus as the Christ. That was yesterday's text. He proclaimed him as the long-awaited Lord, Messiah, King, Anointed One. But then Jesus starts talking about suffering and rejection and death and resurrection, which was not exactly the victory speech that Peter imagined or that they expected of a king. And we could tell that Peter can't handle this part of what Jesus says because he pulls Jesus aside and rebukes him. I mean, imagine that, rebuking the Lord. Because you see, Peter's idea of Christ at the conclusion couldn't include a cross. He totally wanted a Lord, but couldn't imagine lashings. He wanted a Savior, but couldn't imagine suffering. He wanted the crown without the cross. He wanted a crown without the cross. And maybe that's not so different from us today. We want the power, the joy, the glory of the Christian life, but not the pain, not the loss, not the surrender. But Jesus doesn't soften the message here. He sharpens it. He dials it in. He turns to the rest of the crowd and openly rebukes Peter and all of them. "Get behind me, Satan." Why does he say that? Well, because in that moment, Peter unknowingly echoes the same temptation that Satan offered in the wilderness. A crown without a cross. Do you see it? And Jesus won't have it. You can't follow a crucified Savior without actually carrying your own cross. Jesus is going to say that here. So if your version of Jesus doesn't include suffering, doesn't include surrender, doesn't include sacrifice, then you may not be following Jesus. You're following a version of Jesus that you've made up that's safer and easier and ultimately self-serving. Faith isn't about avoiding suffering, my friends. It's about trusting the God who uses suffering for our good, for our very best. So today, set your mind on God's ways, not on man's ways, not on your ways. Stop chasing comfort. Stop it. Start embracing the calling, even when it's hard, because on the other side of suffering is salvation. I love you. Pray this has blessed you. Live all in for him who lived all in for you.